Okay, Google, play royalty-free techno music.
Sure, check out this royalty-free techno music station on YouTube.
Okay, I like it. So, I've been doing the bike. Right now we're sitting at 55.2. I did the 0.2 today, don't worry. We're getting up to 60. And I thought that I would talk about just a random topic. I feel like people use the phrase inappropriate way too much these days. They use it as a, they use it as a safeguard, oh, that's something I don't want to talk about, or oh, I'm ashamed of this thing that I do, so I'm going to label this as inappropriate. Personal information and inappropriate topics are not the same thing. You need to be able to differentiate the two. And if there's a topic that you're uncomfortable talking about, it probably stems from some sort of guilt, like you feel guilty because you partake in it, or like you're afraid of some sort of consequence of admitting some sort of involvement in something that is quote unquote inappropriate. You know what I mean? Personal information is, I believe that's what true inappropriate thing is. If someone comes up to you and asks you, like, oh, hey, what's your credit card number? That's inappropriate. That's something that there's no emotional attachment to. It's just 100% inappropriate. You understand? So, or if someone comes up to you and says, like, where are you from? If it's someone you don't know, that is inappropriate. Now, here's a gray area, and tell me what you guys think about this. If someone who let's say you're on a date with someone, right? And you're on date 3, right? Things are getting serious. You're like, all right, let's go to date 4, 5, or 6. Because usually by the end of date 3, you know whether or not you're going to have a date 4, 5, or 6. And, at what point do you ask them, so how many people have you slept with? Because I've seen this thing that all these social justice warriors are posting. It's like, like, I'm not going to be slut shaming. Well, they're saying by me asking someone how many people they've been with is inappropriate because it's slut shaming. What the fuck? No, it's called self-perseverance. I want to make sure that you don't have something. And I know what you're going to say is a number isn't going to specifically say if someone has something or not. Well, no, but it will give me a good generalized idea. How long has it been since you slept with someone? How many people have you slept with? I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old these days, but to me, on date 3 or 4, that question's coming out. You know what I mean? Because I personally don't want to catch anything. I'm clean. And I don't think anyone else wants to catch anything, because WTF. So to me, I feel like this PC culture that we've got going on needs to die. I don't like the PC culture. I'm not a cuck. And I feel like we have way too many beta males out there, that are... this isn't going to be a rant, I promise. I'm going to stick on topic. But, yeah, inappropriateness. Like, to me, asking someone how many people they've slept with, if there's any sort of romantic interest, should not be an inappropriate topic. So there's gray areas for some people, I understand. Whew, but it's not a gray area to me. And, if you're going to be offended or be like, oh, that's an inappropriate question, then to me, that's an instant red flag of, okay, I know what type of person you are. You're the type of person that'll sleep with someone, wake up the next morning, and be like, oh God, I regret that. Now it's rape. Which, by the way, that happens to so many men out there. So many men. I'm not saying all women are evil. I'm definitely saying some of them need to stop being cuddled or coddled. You know what I mean? Because that doesn't solve problems. That elicits more problems down the road. But so I've got, let's see here, I've got 4 more miles to go, and you guys are going to join me for that. This video will not be over 10 minutes long. Last video took like 4 hours to upload. So I'm going to pause, and I'll be back as we get closer. Alright, so I got 2.5 miles left to go. And so I thought I would talk about slut shaming now, since I brought it up earlier. 5 miles I think is going to be my average this week, a day. Because I'm still not going to 100%. And it may be another week before I can get up to 100%. Then I'm going to be cranking out 75 miles a week. Alright, let's talk slut shaming, shall we? Now, people will tell you that slut shaming is something that happens to mostly women. And that's not true. I'm telling you right now. I have plenty of friends that are female that will tell you, oh, don't be with that. Have you ever heard of a fuckboy? Excuse my language? That's a man slut. Like, the same people that are saying, oh, I don't slut shame, are turning around and calling men fuckboys. Like, do you see a double standard there? But oh no, fuckboys are different. Because, you know, they make you care about them and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? If you can't be mad at one, you can't be mad at the other. Because they both derive from the same thing. Wanting sex. Okay? Now, do I believe in slut shaming? Yes, I do. Why? Because there's conversations that you can't take away a negative on something. Because there's always going to be negative on everything you do. And if you're going to sleep around with people, you're either going to be a slut or a fuckboy. That's just the truth about it. You're going to be one or the other. And so you have to decide going into it, am I going to be a person that sleeps with multiple people? And if I am I okay with this term that I know is going to get projected in my direction? You know, if I'm not okay with this, maybe I should rethink things a little bit. Do you see what I'm saying here? It's still your choice to be a fuckboy or be a slut. By all means, do it if it makes you happy, but you can't bitch about people not wanting to be with you because of your past. Your past is there for a reason. Things you do is there for a reason. And you knew going into it that that was going to be an outcome, okay? Now, everyone makes mistakes, all right? But the thing is if there's no negative aspects of the mistakes you made, then you're going to keep repeating the mistakes. So if we take away the negative stigma of a slut or a fuckboy, then you're going to have people going their entire lives without ever realizing that it's a thing that they might want to consider not doing. Impregnating a woman and moving on to the next, or having like 7 children from 7 different guys. Because if we coddle them, they'll never know that they are a stain on the society. And we got to start weeding out people, you know what I mean? Not like killing them or anything, but we've got to start standing up for freedom of speech. You know, like, oh, that's hate speech. No. There is a difference between hate speech and critical thinking, okay? What I'm doing here is critical thinking. You can get mad at me all you want, and you can say that I'm slut shaming all you want. You can say that I don't know what I'm talking about. Great. That is your right to do so, and you know what? I embrace it. Call me an ugly faggot. Call me a miserable piece of shit. Call me a fat sack of shit. I don't care. It's your right to say it, you know what I mean? And I will defend your right to say whatever the hell you want to say. What I won't defend is you trying to prevent someone else from having an opinion just because it makes your butt hurt. If you got a problem with that, I got a problem with you. Alright, now let me finish this last bit and I'll be right back. 1 mile left to go. Also, if you agree with the things that I've stated in this video, please share it on Facebook or Twitter or wherever. Get this message out to the people that really need to hear it, and you know the people I'm talking about. I won't get off here till it's 60, and I will show it to you guys to prove that it's at 60 before I get off here. Also, if you leave a comment down below of a word, a single word, I'm going to pick 2 or 3 words for my next video, and I'm going to say those words and say, play blah 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 royalty-free music. And so whatever the words are, that'll be the music for the next video. So let's finish this up. Okay, half a mile left. Real quick to wrap this up, before I show you, let's go over the video again. Inappropriateness equals insecurity. It equals a myth of shame, because if you think about it, if you had no shame on what the topic was, if you didn't feel embarrassed or guilty from whatever the topic was at hand, it wouldn't be inappropriate. So by saying something is inappropriate, you admit guilt, that you know that it's not something that's socially acceptable. And what is something that's not socially acceptable? Well, that varies from person to person, because we are human. And what is inappropriate to someone may not be to someone else, blah, blah, blah. So ultimately, it stems from, it stems from you not being comfortable with something that you've already done, or if you've not been comfortable with admitting something that is going to lower the way people look at you. So if it was something that you had no shame of, it would not be inappropriate. I'm correct on this. Critical thinking. Come on, guys. Oh, God. This video is going to take forever to upload. No more until the end. All right. Check it. 60.00. I did 5. You know what? I feel like I could do more, but I'm not going to press it yet. Thank you for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up if you'd like. Talk to you later. Or don't forget, leave the comments of words down below and I'll use those as music. And I'll talk to you later. For the triggered. Why are you still watching? Go away. Why am I still on here? It's an even better question. Okay, bye.